Hello all, what a busy week. I hope everything is going your way for you. I just finished up a training session in the Atlanta, Georgia area. I mean literally like 15 minutes ago. It's late here, but I wanted to talk for just a few minutes about the supply chain. I'm Marty with Warehouse and Operations as a career. Last year, I learned that our nation's supply chain was a bit more vulnerable than I had ever really realized. When so many manufacturing and production plants shut down due to the pandemic, remember those early weeks when we didn't know what was really going to happen? Here in the States, we started noticing much quicker than I thought we would that we were running out of imported goods. That 3-month lag in goods hitting the seas would end up taking us months to reboot and recover. We did, though, and I, for one, feel we're much stronger for it. Let's not jump subjects, I guess, but I did want to take just a few minutes and share a thought or two about that supply chain again. So we all know how important containers and trailers are to our economy. Without those tractors and all the women and men willing to move all of our goods across the states, we wouldn't have everything that we want, much less everything that we need. I, for one, appreciate them, and I'm sure you do as well. You know, many drivers took a beating for those few months with the delivery lanes and ports all being messed up. I hope that we never experience something like that again. With that being said, we dodged a bullet this week, or I feel that things could have been much worse, and I'm thankful to report that all is right in the world of ships heading to ports again. Now, this is going to be a brief episode. Life got in the way the last couple of days. I had some vehicle troubles and doctor's visits and friends just needing a hand. Anyway, let's talk about the near disaster of the Ever Given. That was a container ship that blocked the Suez Canal this week. Does anyone know how big of a vessel that we're really talking about is? This thing is huge. Wikipedia tells us that it is owned by a large Japanese shipbuilding company. It was launched in May of 2018. Its tonnage is written as 220,940 tons, and its length is 1,312 foot. Anyway, it got stuck or ran aground in the Suez Canal last Tuesday. The ensuing backup started immediately. As of this Monday, there were 367 vessels waiting their turn to take the shortcut through the canal. Although the Ever Given is afloat and under power now, it's still days, if not a couple of weeks, for everyone to get back underway. As a little side note, the Suez Canal handles about 12 to 13% of our global trade. I learned a few things while looking up these facts tonight. A couple of things were a bit alarming to me. Maybe our global supply chain is showing signs of distress that we've just been ignoring for a little while. We all know that more than 75% of our goods are moved by sea. Any little burp like a large storm, an area taken over by pirates, or a large port fire even, something simple like all those examples can disrupt a good thing. I'm thinking as more and more people have returned to the workforce that our demand of consumer goods are going to outpace the flow of goods coming in. Now maybe that's an opinion for another time, as I'm kind of tired this evening. So let's get back to the Ever Given. I read one estimate that said over $8 billion of goods were being held up each day. The rescuers were using every tool that they could think of. Tugboats, digging in the sand. I think they tried everything but calling 2 Texans with 4-wheel drive trucks to pull from the bow and stern. Seriously, things were starting to look bleak for a few days. Can you imagine the delay if they had to unload all those containers to float it again? She was carrying just under 18,000 containers on board. Another article stated that, I think it came from a Lloyd's list. Anyway, it said that estimates were as high as $400 million an hour was being lost. That's a lot of money, my friends. But like I said, all's good now. Or is it? The canal is back open and the Ever Given is back on course. But I think we'll feel the impact of the last 6 days for much longer. I mean, things have been delayed for a week. I wonder if the ports had laid anyone off since the ships weren't arriving. Can they call them back quick enough? And what about the many ships that chose to take the long way around and not wait for the canal to be cleared? They may have added a week to their travels. That, of course, would mean more fuel and dangers at sea. I don't know, but as you can probably tell, my interest has been piqued, to say the least. I'm pretty sure we'll be having an upcoming discussion regarding the health of our national or global supply chain. There is a ton, get the pun? There is a ton of articles online about the events of this week. Check them out. I think you'll find the situation really interesting. Will your facility be affected by the delays? Are you experiencing any changes in your business or inventory due to the supply chain? Share any concerns you may have with the group, please. Send us an email to host@warehouseandoperationsasacareer.com, and I'll present them to the group. Maybe someone could start a discussion on the Warehouse and Equipment Operators community Facebook page. Life. Man, I love it, but it can get busy. Well, those are a few thoughts that I've had. Now I'm ready to wrap up the week. Until next Thursday, be safe, share a safety thought with a friend, and remember, they're waiting on our safe return at home.